Have you ever promised yourself at midnight, tomorrow everything changes? You'll wake up early, you'll start working out, you'll finally build that business, you'll stop wasting time. But the next morning, you hit the snooze button, you scroll your phone, you tell yourself, I'll start tomorrow. If this happens to you, here's the truth. You're not lazy. You're fighting against the way your brain naturally works. Every night, when the world becomes quiet, your mind finally gets a chance to think. There are no calls, no work, no people demanding your attention. That's why your biggest dreams usually appear after midnight. You imagine a healthier body, a better career, more money, a happier life. For a few minutes, it feels like you've already changed. But here's the psychology nobody talks about. Your brain loves imagining success because imagining success gives you a small dose of satisfaction. It feels good to picture yourself winning. The problem is, your brain often mistakes that feeling for actual progress. That's why dreaming feels easier than doing. Then morning arrives. Reality comes back. Your alarm rings, your responsibilities return, your comfortable routine takes over, and your brain asks only one question. What's the easiest thing I can do right now? Not the smartest, not the most important, the easiest. Because your brain is designed to save energy, not to build your dream life. This is why most people never change. They don't lose to failure, they lose to comfort. Think about it. Every night you become the person you want to be. Every morning, your habits turn you back into the person you've always been. That's why motivation disappears so quickly. Because motivation is an emotion. Habits are a system. And systems always beat emotions. Here's another uncomfortable truth. Most people don't actually want success. They want the feeling of success. They want to imagine becoming rich, imagine becoming fit, imagine becoming confident. But when it's time to wake up earlier, study, exercise, or do the uncomfortable work, their brain chooses comfort instead. Not because they're weak, because comfort feels safe, and your brain will always choose what's familiar over what's uncertain. This is called the comfort zone. Even if your current life makes you unhappy, your brain still sees it as predictable. Predictable feels safe. That's why changing your life feels so difficult. Now, here's the difference between successful people and everyone else. Successful people don't wait to feel motivated. They expect motivation to disappear. That's why they build routines that force action even on days when they don't feel like it. They understand one simple rule. Your future isn't built by your midnight thoughts. It's built by your morning actions. Because your life doesn't change when you make promises to yourself at night. It changes when you keep those promises after the alarm goes off. So tomorrow morning, when your brain tells you 5 more minutes, remember this. That small decision isn't just about 5 minutes. It's a vote for the person you're becoming. Every excuse strengthens your old identity. Every action builds a new one. The life you want isn't waiting at midnight. It's waiting on the other side of the choices you make after you wake up. So tonight, don't make another promise you won't keep. Make one small promise and prove it to yourself tomorrow morning. Because one kept promise is worth more than 100 midnight dreams. If this video made you realize why your motivation keeps disappearing, subscribe to Brain Reset. Every week, we break down the hidden psychology controlling your thoughts, habits, and decisions so you can stop living on autopilot and start taking control of your mind. Remember, your future doesn't begin at midnight. It begins the moment you get out of bed.